Hey, it's David. I think it's time we find out what the problem is with the headlight wiring. In the last wiring video, I did jokingly say that I was just going to tuck the wiring down and hope it stayed there. Well, of course it didn't, and I never expected it to. And you do need a headlight for legal reasons and safety reasons. So let's get in there and fix that problem once and for all. Unplugging your clocks, of course, means resetting the clock. Trying to work in this space to repair this connector is really difficult. Fortunately, this whole piece of wiring here on the headlight is a sub-assembly. We can pull this plug, pull the headlights, side lights, connectors and indicators, and then plug them all back in again. There is a little bit of a cable tie down here, but it doesn't appear to be a screw. Time for some needle nose pliers. I think it looks like it's just a plug that goes up into the there we go. So just a cable tie that clips up into a hole in the bar here. So now let's disconnect all the connectors. They're the same both sides. Trying to remember which way around they go, but to be honest, side lights don't matter. Headlights you can figure out. The main beam is the one at the end of the circuit as it goes down, and the indicators, well, if you get them wrong, swap them over. Okay, so one's a push down on the side lights, and the indicators are the classic lift up and pull out. Sub harness. Okay, so it's a press down on the front, and now it's just a question of pulling the plugs from the bulbs. Headlights easier from the bottom. Feed it through, and there we are. One fairing sub harness. At first sight there doesn't appear to be any damage that's obvious. This is main beam, this is the dip beam one they're having the problems with. Just clipping that open. Wire seems quite okay here. There's no obvious damage there. So if we can strip off some of this insulation. One thing I can see from here is that this socket has overheated at some point. That's actually melted in to the plastic, but it shouldn't have caused an issue in itself. So let's see if we can figure out which wire the problem is. I think it's this one. So that has connection, and so does that. Checking it on the bike showed that nothing was happening. Taking a further look, now remember this one was melted. Now look at the corresponding how you can see that. That is all black, melted, and generally not happy looking. So I think this could be the source of our problem. Let's see if we can clean it up, and I have to see if I can source another one of these bulb adapters. Don't know if it's looking like this because it's got loose and it's bent and it's been arcing a little bit. Whether it had a high powered bulb in here at some point with a previous owner, can't really say. But this certainly doesn't look happy, and it looks hot and melted. And all the things you don't want to have with a good connection, a good electrical connection anyway. So I'm going to carry on cleaning this and see what we can do. Got some fine emery paper in there, squash the contact back up so it's roughly the right shape. Now, making sure this is the right way around. Okay, well, that's good because that wasn't doing that earlier. Let's see if it works on the bike. Okay, so it looks like I was wrong. It wasn't dodgy wiring at all. It was an overheated connector. So I'm going to have a look around, see if I can find a new one of these. You can even see here, not sure how visible this is. On there we go. There's actually a dent here where it's melted. So that's a problem. This adapter that Suzuki use on these. So now I'm going to do is take this wiring back off, tape it up, put it all back together, and see if it still works. We know it goes this way, which means these two should go to there. These two will come over here as this curls its way down. Around the side to the bottom. So something like that. Side light. So now the test. Main beam. Oh, the indicator's the right way around. Oh, yes they are. These side lights, they're a little too yellow. They don't seem to be quite bright enough. So I'm changing them out. And I bought some Philips bulbs, which should be a lot brighter. How bright? Let's see. Yellow, white, still looks unbalanced, but at least that's brighter. So, hey ho. Let's do the other one and get those clocks back in. Okay, there we are. Simple fix in the end. See if I can find a replacement part. If not, I'll just have to keep my fingers crossed that it'll hold. But I'm glad it's fixed. Glad the side lights are upgraded. And let's see how it goes. See if this fix will hold it. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys again soon.